Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I will show you what are all the different rewards that you will be able to get during the pre-patch event for Midnight. I already covered most of them in another video, but now we got the confirmation through the beta because the different vendors are available. And so we can finally see exactly what will be available and especially how you will be able to get these different rewards. So when it comes to the dates, it's not known yet, but it's most likely going to be sometimes in January or maybe early February, but definitely a few weeks before the release of Midnight. So we will most likely have more information regarding the dates very soon. And this pre-patch event will mainly take place in the Twilight Islands in the Eastern Kingdom. So here, as you can see, you will be able to see this Twilight Ascension, and you will be able to come here. And basically, you will have some weekly quests to do and also these different events where you will be able to go kill a bunch of elite mobs and then also mini bosses. And with that, apparently, you will be able to get some of these different Twilight's Blade Insignia. And this is the main currency you will need to use in order to get all the different rewards from the vendors. So first, the main thing you will be able to purchase with your different Insignia will be these different catch-up gear right here. So as you can see, it will be Champion's gear with an eye level of 121 because of the eye level shrink. And these will be basically the equivalent of Champion's gear. So this is pretty good. These are pretty boring. This is only recorded version of some of the different sets from the War Within. So there is nothing really new. I mean, with most of these different pre-patch events, we get some of these recorded versions of these different sets. Sometimes we have like unique things, but most of the time it's nothing super exciting. But here it's true that it's very, very not exciting, I would say. As you can see, you have basically all the different items from the War Within, but just in different colors. And all these different items will cost you 40 of these different insignia each. So this is still a pretty good way probably to gear up some of your alts before the release of Midnight. And again, we'll have to see how difficult it is to actually farm these different Twilight's Blade Insignia. So this main vendor will be the Armorer Kalinovan, who as you can see is located in this camp right here. So this is the main camp. And he will be the one selling again all these different catch-up gears. Now, next to that, the other vendor is the Materialist Ophinel, and she will be selling all the other cool rewards such as cosmetics, mounts, and pets. So here, first, in terms of mounts, we have the Retrained Skyrazor, which is actually really cool. It was data mined, I believe, with the release of the War Within. This is a recorded version of the Queen and Surek mounts, and also Caesar Bag, or whatever the name of this mount is. So this is overall a very nice model, and I do like the blue and purple color on the mount. And as you can see, this one will cost you 100 of these different Twilight's Blade Insignia. Here, I also want to highlight the fact that you will be able to get another mount through this achievement, 2 minutes to midnight. You will be able to get the Light Forge mech suit, and this mount is this one right here. This is a recorded version of the KSM mount for the first season of the War Within from Mythic Plus. And so again, this one will require you to kill all the different bosses that are part of the Midnight pre-launch event in the Twilight's Island area. So again, you just want to make your way here and you will be able to kill these different mini bosses when they will appear on the map. So then next to that, there are a few other interesting rewards. First, we will have these different cultist or Twilight cultist transmogs and weapons. So you will have this cosmetic set right here. So you will be able to use it on any characters. And then next to that, you will also be able to get these different weapons. So here, obviously, everything is super low res because these are from Cataclysm WoW, probably, and this is from Classic WoW. So sadly, none of them are really super cool. I mean, these are really, really low res. Like, I feel like Blizzard could at least make an effort because, come on, who is ever going to use that when you see the quality of the weapons that we have now? I mean, but anyway, these are some of these different items that you will be able to get and to use if you want. Then we also have different pets. So first we have this one, which is very random. This is one of the different hyenas from Undermine. I'm not really sure why it's there, but probably they need to use it. Then we have the Emerald Spore Bead, which is this one right here. I believe this is from one of the delves. And then we also have this other one right here, which again is very random. This one I believe was also from another event. But nonetheless, these are pets you will be able to get, and at least if you enjoy pets, you'll be able to have more to your collection. Then we also have this toy right here, Twilight's Blade Top Secret Strategy Training Guide. Mark the pages with an O or an X. Try to get 3 marks on the same type in a row to win. So basically here, you can actually try this toy already in the camp. You can just click on this. And as you can see, this is one of these games where, you need to like do a straight line in order to win. And basically, this is what you will be able to do with this toy. So you will be able to just summon it at any moment. And like that, you will be able to like play with the toy. I'm not sure if you can actually play against other players. I feel like it would be pretty fun. Similar to, for instance, the Earthstone table, you could like put it on the floor and then like that you would be able to play. But sadly, I think it's something you can only play with yourself and the AI. But it's still a pretty useful toy, I would say. And then next to this toy, the final things that you will also be able to buy are these different decorations right here for housing. So first we have the Silver Moon wooden chair. We also have the Enchanted Blood Elven candelabra, as you can see. And finally, we have the Cinderace winged chess. So these are the different items you will be able to buy during this event. So that's pretty much it in terms of all these different rewards. I know these are not the most exciting ones, maybe over than the mounts, because everything are just recolors from previous loots from the War Within. But most of these different pre-patch events are like that. Maybe the only one I can think of that was really unique in terms of rewards was the one for Battle for Azeroth with the entire scenario and the bat mount and everything. I think this was really cool. But most of the time, again, you only get a few recolors and things like that. These different events are usually mainly to just level up some of your alts and gear up some of your alts. And after that, you have like a few other rewards you can get. But again, this is never really the case when it comes to like insane rewards from the pre-patch events. But yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of all of these. Let me know in the comments what you think about these different rewards and what you think in general about this pre-patch event. The only thing I would say is that for me, it's a little bit disappointing that it's taking place like here. Not really sure why. I'm sure there is like a reason, but for me, it doesn't really make sense. And it's not really exciting to come to the Twilight Islands to just kill like from time to time a few little mobs or whatever. I prefer when they do a proper scenario, such as for instance, the one for Battle for Azeroth, where you really experience the entire story and especially you understand the transition from one expansion to another. Here, again, having just this little camp right here with like 5 people and then killing a bunch of random mobs in this random part of Azeroth doesn't really make a lot of sense. But that's what we're getting, so let's just, I guess, accept our faith a little bit when it comes to this pre-patch event. I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos, and in the meantime, I wish you all a great day. Bye!